Hello everyone, I am Cires, and today I'll be covering the Everbloom Wilds Achievements. They are Burn It to the Ground, Pillars of Draenor, Mean and Green, Prickly Palate, and Ancient No More. We'll start with Burn It to the Ground. Burn 100 trees in the Everbloom Wilds. This is super easy. There are dead Iron Horde orcs in the Everbloom Wilds. They have flamethrowers on their backs. You need to pick this up and just start running around burning trees. The flamethrower has a limited duration, so you can only burn like about 10, 15 trees at most if you're really, really skilled with it. So it's going to take multiple trips. I run a little circuit here in the northern section of it, right by the entrance to the other dungeons. Not to Everbloom Wilds, of course, but to the Iron Horde, Iron Docks and stuff. They do give credit towards completing the quest, so unless you're in a raid group, you're probably going to have to do the quest a couple times to get this achievement. Raid groups, of course, cancel quest progress, so that's very helpful in this case. It's not particularly hard. I really choose this place mostly because there's like 2 mobs that you don't really ever actually have to kill. You can just ignore them most of the time. Other places that you can do this, there's a lot more mobs, so I'm going to suggest not doing it though. Next up is Mean and Green. Mean and Green is obtain 10 stacks of mutagen while in the Everbloom Wilds. Mutagen is these little pools that are dropping off of the infected orcs. Each pool gives you a buff that stacks up to 10 stacks, which is what you need. And now the buff original duration is like 12 seconds or something, so you want to grab like 2 orcs, get them pretty close together, and kill them in relatively quick succession, so that each time it stacks, it gets longer and longer. So with up to a maximum of 1 minute. If you don't want to kill them at the same time, because if you step on a pool and then immediately step into another pool, it doesn't count the second pool as giving you a stack. So you just want to kill them a little, like with 2 or 3 seconds between each other, so you can get two or three stacks. I work down the back crest and start at the top and work my way down south, because it's way easier to do it this way, in my opinion. There are tons and tons of infected orcs in the back. There's a lot less up in the front area. But it's super easy to do, and once you get like 3 or 4 stacks, you're pretty much set, because you now have like 40 seconds to get to the next mob and kill it, and you're doing more damage. When you get to 100%, when you get to a 10 stacks, you're doing like 150% extra damage and increased movement speed. You do take extra damage, but you kill things in like 2 seconds, so you can easily just keep moving. A little bit of self-healing is always good. Up next is the Pillars of Draenor. It's super simple. You just gotta click all 3 pillars. They are in the back crescent. I'll show you in a little bit here where exactly on the map they are. You can only click these ones on the quest, so they do give credit. So if you're not in a raid group, you're gonna get like 30 or 40% credit towards the quest. Not a big deal. I just ignore this guy. You can kill him. He doesn't have a whole lot of health anyways. But it's super simple. They do give it is a debuff, so if you use like Cloak of Shadows or Bubble, a Paladin's Bubble, or other immunities that clear debuffs on you, they're just most likely going to remove it. So you just don't want to do it. It's only 5 minutes, so you do kind of have to keep moving. You can mount up with it and run past mobs. There's a couple items in the game that allow you to like take on the guise of a tree, so you can quick vanish and stuff. It helps lose a lot of mobs, and you can move pretty quickly. That's just looking after that. They will give you 3 buffs, and then they will combine into 1, and that's when the achievement will pop. So if it doesn't pop right away, don't freak. Here they are. There's one in the north section, middle, and to the far south. They are very, very simple. The next achievement is Prickly Palate, and what you need for this is to benefit from the X of a Gorgon Berry, lovely coconut, and a prickly guava. These are buffs on you, so you can do whatever you want. They last 10 minutes. They are super easy. I don't believe they give credit towards the daily quest, but they are small and they don't sparkle, so you do have to keep your eyes to the ground and look around a lot. I find that there's a middle section. I didn't show it, actually, which is kind of disappointment, I guess. There's a middle section where there's tons, and there's a lot more than in other places, and they're really relatively easy to get to. I really suggest going there. But for the last achievement is Ancient No More. There is like 7 or 10 mobs or something. I didn't have time to hunt them all down and find them and film them. So what I'm going to just suggest is you either check out Wowhead, which I'm sure most of you have already done, to find these guys and start looking at their locations. Also, the add-on Handy Notes will put skulls on your map where all of them spawn, and as you kill them that day, they will disappear, and then the next day upon reset, they will pop back up so you know you can kill them again for another quest if you want. I find Handy Notes incredibly useful for many things. I keep using it all the time. I have never had a problem with it. But that's it for the Everbloom Wilds. Those are all a bunch of really easy achievements to do. I wish you all luck, and good luck on hunting.